Yo, it's just like 2020. The end is near, the hype is dying, and pretty soon we will be back at MSRP again for Pokemon card sealed product. To where if you want to find some Pokemon cards to open, you can just go walk into Walmart or walk into Target, and the shelves are just going to be stocked, and you're going to be able to find all the sets right there, ready to go for 45 or 55 or whatever. MSRP right there. I've been hearing that a lot in the Pokemon, content creation space. I've been hearing that quite a bit lately, and there seems to be like two opposing forces of what people are saying. And while this isn't a Pokemon investing channel, I've got a small portfolio of investments around like 40, 45K. And this is primarily a business channel, but I do get to see singles go, all the time because I sell primarily singles. And I figured I would kind of give my take into like, hey, here's where the Pokemon market is, and this is what is coming soon. And I personally don't think that things are going to be at MSRP or below MSRP anytime soon, but hey, I could be wrong. If this is your first time here, what's up? Welcome. My name's TJ. I run a business called PokePass or TCG, where I buy and I sell singles primarily, although I did used to flip sealed product as well, but flipping sealed product nowadays is like, it ain't happening because everyone, if they can get sealed product at like 85 or 80%, they buy it because they want to sit on it for a while because it's proven to be an investment. So I don't work that into my business strategy anymore. But hey, I could be wrong about this, and maybe once again we will see a time when sealed product gets cheap. And so I guess the argument goes that back in 2020, right, when Vivid Voltage came out, demand was at an all-time high, and people were paying astronomical numbers for Vivid Voltage. And if you guys don't know, Vivid Voltage is a Sword and Shield set, a Pikachu set. The chase card was like a rainbow Pikachu, and honestly, like I sell, obviously singles from all of these sets, and there are not any awesome cards from Vivid Voltage. Like the set is pretty crappy. I've sold the rainbow Chonkachu a few times, but it's nothing to get excited about. In fact, I never have a big Vivid Voltage inventory just because nobody opens Vivid Voltage, and so there's not a ton of cards from that set. Anyways, when that set came out, people make the argument that that was kind of the beginning of the end because people paid these, overinflated numbers for that set, and then demand started to tank. And for the rest of the Sword and Shield era, although demand was up here prior to that, stuff just kind of tanked, and it went into like a lengthy season of being able to pick up products not just at MSRP, but significantly under MSRP. For the longest time, you could pick up a booster box, which if you don't know, 36 packs of Pokemon cards. You could pick up one of these for, sometimes less than $100 when they retailed for 144 at the time. And some people are saying that's where we are right now, that history repeats itself and there's, a cycle, and we're right there. And Surging Sparks was the start of that cycle. And so Surging Sparks happened, and if you guys remember, Surging Sparks came out and demand was crazy high. Everyone wanted Surging Sparks, right? People bought it at MSRP. Or a little under MSRP, but like, 150, 160. And then the Pokemon Center sold out. It's like, oh my gosh, this set just came out. How's the Pokemon Center already sold out? And then it kept climbing. People are buying it for, $200-ish. I have a Surging Sparks booster box somewhere. I don't know where it is. People are buying it for like 200, 250. I can't remember how high it got up, but and now it's like 220, maybe 210, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, so there's an argument that, hey, this is where we are in the market right now. And so pretty soon, if you can just hang on tight, if you can just chill, once again, we will be below MSRP. People are going to dip out of the hobby, and there will once again be stuff readily available for you to pick up. I would be okay if that was the case. Like the way my business model works, I buy and I sell based on what the current market is. And so fluctuations in the market, like they change the current inventory that I have like listed, but I flip stuff quick enough where it doesn't really impact me a ton if the market goes up or goes down. Sure, I can feel it a little bit. Sometimes it makes me make extra on cards. Sometimes it makes me break even on cards. Like sometimes I lose money. It's pretty rare for me to lose money. Some stuff really has to tank. Like I'll probably end up losing money on some prismatic singles that I bought, at 70% of market. But again, a 30% drop is pretty substantial. So I don't know. It doesn't really affect me one way or the other. I don't think it's going to happen. And this is the reason why I believe that this is different from the crash that came after the, COVID boom in 2020. The amount of people investing in stuff right now is very different than it was in 2020. Now, admittedly, I was not around, okay? I was not in the hobby in 2020. I was not picking up stuff. I wish I would have been, but I was not. Now, people looking at this right here, this booster box, this Lost Origin booster box, people who look at this stuff as a sealed investment. And if you're laughing, hey, I get it. It is silly, okay? It is silly to buy a box of cardboard, a box of Pokemon cards and be like, hey, this is a sealed investment, baby. This is part of my financial portfolio. I'm going to buy a bunch of these or a bunch of cases of these, and I'm going to throw them in my basement. And I believe that this will outperform, you know, more traditional. I mean, hey, there are people who think that. And to be honest, they have a reason to. In some cases, if you're okay and you feel comfortable being able to sell these things and liquidate them, a lot of these products have outperformed like traditional stocks. And I think like part of it that's really weird is people now, a lot more so than back then, view this and understand that this is a collectible even more so. Okay, so if you don't know, this is a Lost Origin booster box, okay? Lost Origin, Sword and Shield set. Really, really cool because this Lost Origin booster box has a very special card inside of it. And that's this card right here. This is the Giratina V from Lost Origin. And so, in theory, there could be a Giratina V in this Lost Origin booster box, which would then make the contents of this box more valuable than the box itself. But the difference in these is pretty insignificant. Right now, this card is around $500. And right now this booster box goes for like $470, $480. I mean, it's kind of been fluctuating in that area. It doesn't really matter. But you would say, huh, that's kind of weird that, I mean, if you pull the best card out of the box, you don't even make that much more than what the box is worth. Hey, I get it, all right? But it's because a sealed box like this is in itself a collectible. Someone wants it to, you know, put it on this shelf right here and display and be like, hey, Lost Origin booster box, isn't that cool? Or some people just understand that every time someone opens these, it gets more scarce and more scarce and more scarce. And at some point, someone's going to want to buy one. And they want to be the people who have them on the market someday when people go to buy them. So that's kind of the theory behind it. And what I think is that the amount of people who have that kind of mindset in the hobby, that kind of like, hey, keep it sealed, keep it sealed, keep it sealed, don't open it, throw it in the closet, is significantly higher than it was in 2020. So much so to where I think the floor of where sealed product will get to is way higher than it was back then. For instance, you've got all of these people, all of these whales, if you will, who have money to spend and they're ready to spend. To if there is a drop in the market and the market starts going down, they have money ready and they are ready to go at a price point that they feel comfortable. For instance, Paldea Evolved is another very, very popular set. It's a Scarlet Violet set. If the market were to start tanking and that set were to start getting less expensive, the entry point that all of the investor people would start eating up all of the inventory, all of the available like market of that is way higher than it used to be. Like I think if that box, I think it's like 230, 250, something like that right now. If that ever dips below $200 again, there are whales who will just like eat it all up. They will go and buy every single thing because they believe in it and they think that box is going to be $400 or $500. And to be honest, they're probably right. It probably will be a $400 or $500 box. Same thing with this one, this Prismatic Evolutions, this Eevee set that came out a little bit ago. A lot of people think that set, because it came out so recently, because there's so much hype around it, that set is going to turn into Shining Fates, right? That it's going to be super inexpensive and it's going to be below MSRP. I think that there are so many people who are ready to jump at Prismatic if it starts to dip in price, that the floor of how low this set will get, this Evolution set right here, is a lot higher than it used to be in 2020. So I guess I don't think that the market is going to get cheap again. I don't think we're going to have shelves, you know, of these former sets. Now, the ones that come out in the future, I don't know, right? The sentiment towards new stuff might change. And so that's purely, well, all of this is purely speculative, but that's just kind of my take. I don't think the end is near. I don't think MSRP is coming back anytime soon. I don't think that we can just look at 2020 and be like, hey, it's going to be the same thing. Hype's going to die down. Stuff's going to go down, because the amount of investor bros who are in the space now has has to be so much higher than it used to be. Again, I could be wrong, and if that's the case, then we'll see. And I'm excited. If I do end up being wrong, I'm excited to be able to buy people's collections as they start to panic sell once again and be able to flip them. So yeah, so we'll see. Anyways, that's what I got for today. Let me know what you guys think. I'm seriously curious. Like, do you think that we're gonna see shelves stocked or not really? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. God loves you. He's got an incredible plan for your life. We will catch you in the next one. Peace.